Hey, everybody, welcome back to Coffee with John, day 3 of our 3-day series with Amy Lynn Durham, advocate for healthy workplaces, founder at Create Magic at Work, spiritual intelligence coach. Always great to have you. I always feel reinvigorated, refreshed, and reset when we talk. Your work is so soulful. I love working with you. You and I did a spiritual intelligence coaching piece with you. It's great. We've been on each other's podcasts. It's been great getting to know you. Your work is spectacular. People are getting back into the workplace. We've been talking about that this week. And we've also been talking about breathing exercise and spiritual intelligence. But never has there been a time, and I think my opinion, and I think yours, where quantum and servant leadership has never been more important. We have millennials and Gen Zs who require a new type of leadership. An appropriate and well-needed type of leadership, soulful leadership, heartfelt leadership. And what do leaders need to be thinking of any type today when it comes to quantum and servant leadership?
Yeah. Well, I love talking about this because I think that servant leadership is a big buzzword all over LinkedIn, and people even put it in their titles that they're a servant leader. And I really want to challenge everyone to think deeply about what that means. And from a spiritual intelligence perspective, there's a few skills that tie to that. But one is like, what is it's called breadth of time perception. And what I like to share with that is, as a leader, can you make leadership decisions from this paradox? That your life is extremely important and profound and a tiny piece of the history of the universe. And can you make leadership decisions from that space? That's going to move you to that servant leader, quantum leadership space.
So
that's one.
Yeah, well, hold on. Well, but that was one. Yeah. But what you said was pretty deep because I think it tunes into people's self-worth. And I think what I find as a business coach, whether it's a solopreneur, Fortune 100 company, anybody in that C-level to salesperson, manager, I think people struggle with imposter syndrome and self-worth. And so how do they just marry that for me for a minute?
Yeah. So I've done a lot of listening and research on imposter syndrome, and we all get it, right? We all have it.
I've had it. I mean, I think there's for sure, 5 to 60 minutes a week that I still have it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a daily thing, right?
It goes away. You know what I mean? Right. So I think the key is catching yourself and bringing you back to center when it happens, not that it ever necessarily goes away.
True.
Right.
And the reminder to yourself that your life is extremely important and profound. I think that's what you're keying on in the beginning. How do my decisions impact others? Every single move we make, almost like the butterfly effect, can ripple out and make a huge impact. What is your ripple effect?
Yeah.
And also, what is the legacy you're leaving? You're also a tiny piece of the history of the universe. That's quantum leadership. That's when you ask somebody, what does servant leadership mean to you? They say, oh, well, I'm customer service for my employees. Okay, that's great. We understand that you want to serve your stockholders, your colleagues, your employees, but can we take it to the next level where we are serving the community, where we are serving the planet, humanity, the future, and life itself with our leadership decisions that we're making and with our personal life decisions that we're making every day.
Right. Which is why we see a lot of the millennial and Gen Zs interviewing the companies, not just the companies interviewing the people, because those things are very important to them. And those generations are in a very positive way, in my opinion, reshaping things the way that we should want them to be.
They're not going to take it anymore. They're not going to take this system that's only focused on IQ, which basically is shutting part of your authenticity down. We're going to start opening up our brains and operating from an EQ and SQ space more, SQ more and more. And that's what's going to make everybody feel whole and authentic in the workplace.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's always great connecting with you. Where can people learn more about you, Amy?
Yeah, so I love LinkedIn. So Amy Lynn Durham on LinkedIn, and then createmagicatwork.net is a fun place to go because I have all of the magical tools there. And I do want to mention, I haven't mentioned before, but Instagram, Create Magic at Work. I do a weekly workplace message for everyone on there. It's like the energetic theme of the week for you.
All right.
So you can
I
check
like
me out
it.
there.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Good. I don't know. I mean, I follow you everywhere. I don't know if we follow each other on Instagram, but I'll make sure we do. Amy, always a pleasure. Think community. This was some simple conversations this week and very complex in the same. And they require, in my opinion, to listen to it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. I think every time you listen, you'll hear a deeper meaning of what Amy's talking about. I have and continue to learn so much from you, Amy. I appreciate your time. Think community. If Amy can be of service to you, reach out. And it's been great. Thanks. Think community, Amy. Always a pleasure. Thanks so much. Thanks for having coffee with me this week.
Thank you. Magical.